Go. 5. Is the mic picking up well? Actually, it was a little bit fuzzy. Test that audio. And then nothing picks up anything else. Nice. Pickup threshold's a little bad. We're here. We're here. Bonjour. It works. Wow, I'm amazed. It's been a long time since I've got that to work. I love seeing the recap information. Where it's like, here's the recap from your last stream, and it's an empty box. There's moths coming out. It's dead. It's so dead. The history is gone. Hello! No! Hello, friends and fortunes. It has been a long, long time. We're hydrating. It's good to see everybody. Don't make me hydrate. I haven't gone through and checked what all of the channel point stuff is. Hey Natalie, welcome. Yes! It still works. Excellent. I will take a sip of water. I will take a sip of water if you take a sip of water. Awesome. It works. Great shit. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, cool. I spent like the past hour tweaking everything just to make sure that everything ran. I'm glad it booted up properly. Hello everyone. It's been literally a year. Like a full 12 months. I have aged. You have aged because it's not optional. Lots of big life change stuff that I want to talk about. Before... Put a restriction on your hydrate? Absolutely. You can't drink too much water, you'll die. And by you, I mean me. I'll die. Before I get into talking about everything, I'm gonna give you guys a quick rundown of what exactly is going on or what the plan is for today. So, very simply, there's been like a sub-goal of something that I wanted to do for a long time. Y'all, remember the avatar that I have? The avatar that's attached to this account and everything. You see the lovely avatar that is made by my good friend Dev at chocohugs@twitter.com. Wonderful artist, fantastic avatar. We're going to put that in the garbage temporarily, where it'll be nice and safe, because this stream is about not using good art. This stream is about using the art that I am making in order to display my own digital face, is what we're going to do, which is why we are in the art tab, looking like we're lost in the grocery store. The goal today is to get things up and running in terms of getting something to display when I talk, because I don't have anything here. So I'm going to swap over to the desktop stuff, so it should swap over real quick. Nice, it still works. You get to see everything on my desktop. Could be, and get rid of that. Delete that. Oh my goodness. Get rid of it. You can see old stuff in here. Look at him. Look at him. He's an alien. Anyway. Right now there's nothing. All you guys have to go on is my voice. That's it. We're here. You can hear. That's it. But what we are able to do is I figured out how to do a handful of little things to actually make there be some sort of visual feedback is what it's going to be. I have to kind of get used to the desktop and everything again. We're going to pop open this. Look, it's me. There's a stream chat right here, which registers my voice. Go away, Discord. Nobody cares. Which shows everything there. And there's a few little tools I can utilize that audio channel to do stuff like this. Where now there's a thing here. There's that beautiful art we were talking about. There's the avatar. And now every time that I talk, it does a little bounce. Look! It's feedback! Okay, but that's the nice one. We're not here to do the nice one. We're here to make garbage. Which means you don't get to use this one. You get to use something way worse. You get to see something like this one, which is terrible and backwards for some reason. You get to see this horrendous little image just kind of hang out here. It's better? Yeah, we know it's better. We all know it's really better. It needs to flip around is what it needs to do. Whee! Put you in the corner. There we go. Nice. There's a lot of different versions of ways to do this. There's this nice one that I happen to like. It's got the little bounce fade in. Looks real nice. And it works. But there's worse ones that we could use. Such as this guy, which does it even work? It just freezes. Nice. Cool. Oh, I have to turn these on. Yeah, it's this one. Ba. Ba ba. Ba. It just snaps. It's awful. It just snaps between the two, and it's a mess. Beep. Beep. Beep beep beep. Ba 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 ba. I can make it worse. Be a good horror game. True. What's the way that it was before? I can set it to that, and then go to this. And that, to really show how bad it is. Look at this. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. It's so uncomfortable. So, we're not using that one. We're also going to hide you. Get out of here. We'll use this little guy, because it's a lot easier. It's a quick feedback guy. But, we're going to use this method, but we're going to use it with our own image. Maybe where a voice hits a certain volume, it switches colors. Yeah, that's actually the basics for how it works. So the Discord one, very simply just registers, if Discord picks up my voice, we change. That's all it is. The other one has like a specific voice threshold because it goes straight through OBS. So I can set it to actually transition between like one, another, and then another one. If I like voice volumes are like little, medium, and high. There's a lot of customization to it. So we're gonna start. You know what? Since we're only gonna be here a little while, I wanna show off the nice one just because I like the nice. I'm a big liar. Whee! Hey, Sloth. No. Never. I actually, during my time off, did play a bit more Dead by Daylight for a while, and have shelved it once again. I probably am not going to stream it again. So if that's what you're here for, I'm gonna let you down lightly right away. Also, I should probably, like, say hi to everyone. I was so excited to come back. It's like, hi Goat, hi Sloth, hi Soul. Hi Nat, you got a hello, alright? Hello Abby, hello everybody who said hello to me. I have to kind of get used to actually interacting with human beings on the internet. Real quick, here's what we're doing. So, to get like an actual image here, we're going to draw some garbage. We're gonna draw some real garbage. Meaning, I'm gonna draw something. We're gonna literally open up an art program, which I've tested to make sure it works. Look, it says pee pee poo poo. We know it works. Thumbs up. I don't know anything else about this program. And I'm using a borrowed tablet to be able to draw. So we're going to utilize these things to make our own custom set of images to utilize for the talking, and then slot those in, and those are going to be what we have. Handmade, handcrafted, artisanal. You'll love it. We'll love it. I love it. Try making a new... Oh no. Let's make it a square. Make it something simple to interact with, because I know how squares work. Squares are easy. Layer 1 background. I understand how that works. Like this is all here. Ooh. Ooh. And then if we want to... That? Nice. Okay, cool. Cool. Okay. Before we get started on that, let's get some music. Not that one. Actually maybe that one, like really quiet. In the background. That's muted. There you go. That's great. I don't know how to get media share up just yet, but that's a thing that we could do. What we're gonna actually do is probably, while we get this very first one in order. Ooh, YouTube autoplay.
No taxation without representation being back hydrate 2 and 3.
You're not being taxed! There's no tax! You are voluntarily paying to have water. The microphone sensitivity is not even like up to snuff. You can't hear me drink the water. You just hear the... Actually, you know what? I have tea here. We're gonna... What if we just go... How's that? Is that what you wanted? Is this what you paid for? Hope so. Why is this? Will I be streaming regularly? So, yeah, I can get talking on what actually is happening. The plan, now that my life situation is kind of stabilized, it was a little weird this last year, is it's going to be like bare minimum regular, which is to say I will be streaming ideally once a month is my goal for 2024. I'm gonna stream regularly on Saturdays because there is now some consistency. My schedule is consistent, and I have very regular Saturdays where I will be free. So you guys should know about 2 weeks in advance. I'll put it in probably Twitter first, and then put it in the Discord to tell you guys when I'm live. And I'll give you 2 weeks in advance, and then obviously give you the announcement when I do go live, right? There's also the additional plan that once this stream is over, I'm going to probably just go straight into trying to turn it into a video to just slap on YouTube. So if you happen to miss something, I'll highlight it, right? I'll make a little quick highlight video and just go 1, 2, 1, 2. That also means, once this stream has a hard time limit, I have punched in. We're gonna now spend this really nice, relaxing stream where I learn how to do really kooky little goofy art. And then at like 2 o'clock, I die. Sorry, perish. And then something shows up on YouTube at some point. Let's go Guilty Gear Strive soundtrack, because I like the Guilty Gear Strive soundtrack, and I won't get in trouble for playing the entire thing. Do I play Guilty Gear? I do. I played Strive on stream last year, because last January it was my main focus game. How's the audio? Nice. Okay, that sounds pretty good. Obviously, let me know if the volume needs to be changed at any point. I think we're literally just going to let it play through. But, yeah. Guilty Gear is probably... Potemkin main? When I first started, yes, I, too, partook in glue. We love ourselves a big, strong man. Big Storm Grappler Man. It is the way. Okay, we're gonna start on... Let's start with a plan, right? Let's pick... I should hold the pen correctly. Literally holding the pen upside down. Let's start with a plan. Figure out, like, what emotes we want. We need 2 for this little on-off, right? We need one that where it's quiet. Oh. Woo. You guys get to... Oh my god, it's so ugly. Oh, this is gonna take some weird... Pressure! There's pen pressure! Oh man. What am I using? And I'm gonna have to get used to all of this. Let's do something thinner. That's a little bit more in. How do I erase the whole thing? Delete. Okay, cool. So we're gonna go for 2. We're gonna have oh my goodness. I think it's because I have 2 monitors right now. So like I can drag my mouse. Yeah, I can use the pen tablet all the way off to the side, so the tablet's like wrong. We'll swing with it. We're gonna have a think. We're gonna have talk. That's our goals. Is we're gonna have a think emote and a talk emote. One for when we're active and one for when we're not active. And that's all. That's gonna. We're just gonna start low. That's our goals right now. Think talk. So the first thing we should probably do is just pick our... Let's pick a pen. What? Oh no. Shortcuts that I don't understand. That's an okay pen. What about you? That's an okay pen. I think that's worth trying to draw. Like, kind of like a marker.
I'm the first contributor to the comeback.
Welcome back, Goat. Thanks for the... It's for 6 months, eh? Nice. Thank you very much. I'm honestly surprised Twitch didn't, like, delete me in the year that I was gone. But may it be the first of many successes. Okay, cool. Okay, I can clear. Alright, so let's start with think, okay? There's like a handful of things that we can kind of sort of do. Y'all want to know about character design? On like what this character even is? Because I've not talked about it much. I can probably. There's so much stuff in here. I don't. Let's maybe not go through all my sensitive files on screen. See if I can get to the workspace folder. Oh man, there's some old stuff in here. I'm just trying to find... Yeah, the OC workspace. Okay, cool. Okay, this is probably fine. I have you display just so people can see. Project icon. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Here's the OC workspace. This is a folder that holds pretty much everything that I've ever like scribbled out. This was like shown in the Discord a while ago while I was like doing it. So this is the level of quality that y'all can expect, is these little goopers. The white border is actually not a bad idea. I feel like a class teacher doing this stuff. Just now thinking about it. We could actually just use this. Hold on a second. I can get that active right now. Swap? 2 seconds. I can do this real time right now. What are we doing? That guy. Yeah. Yeah, there you are. Aha! There's a watermark on it. Oh no, this? Yeah, that's just the background. It looks like a watermark. I've fallen off the side of the screen. Please help. Awesome. But there's some stuff in here. Hey, look, it's a bot. Ooh, I haven't seen a bot in a while. Goodbye. In here, you can see some of the stuff that from, like, older... There's some of my older works, my stuff. There's a Minecraft skin that I use in here. Don't steal it. It looks very cool. But there's some of the, There's only these two. I wonder what happened to it. But there's the, Triple Tia's emotes. There's supposed to be two. I wonder why only the one's in here. But, this is a cool one to kind of reference because this is professional. This is professionally made. The avatar that I've got is made by another artist. But something that I didn't notice when I had this commissioned, didn't even think about it at the time. This jacket, this is wrong. This is a hoodie, and from like the mood board, I have a specific reference image, right? So these two images. Right? Very slight variance, overall similar design. We're green underneath, there's a plant up here. It's straightforward. Cracks in the same spot. Pixel bleed is different, but is what it is. This jacket's different, because this jacket is based off of this leather jacket. This, I think, is like a vegan leather jacket, but this style of jacket where it's the detached hoodie, or detached hood on like a leather jacket. This is just a plain hoodie. And I didn't notice during the entire commissioning process that this was just the wrong sweater. You can see the zipper lines right here on this one. On some of my own drawings, which I don't even think are stored here. They're somewhere in the void of my computer. Those lines are still there. I think they're actually on the Minecraft skin. If I open it up, test. They're final? No final. We can open this up and kind of zoom in. You can see this layer right here. That's the front of the jacket. There's the zipper lines and everything are all there. Oh, fucking chunky this is. That always amused me that I managed to miss that much of a detail. It takes up like 30% of the image. Tia had a nice artistic touch where they added gloves, which I was always a fan of. Okay. Enough. Because, like, I'm putting off, like, doing it myself. Because it's going to be relatively straightforward, right? We're going to draw a box. And then we're going to draw a hand towards the corner of the box. Make it look like we're thinking. That's all it is. And it's going to look terrible. Let's start... Can I make another background layer? Duplicate layer. Copy of background. Can I change this background layer? Locked. Can I change this to like all black so we can use white outline? Which I'm sure will be weird, but it makes it pop out way better. Right? Bam. Yeah, there we go. And then just move to white. We have the paintbrush. And then go for it. How does it look? Yeah. Cool. Okay, one more procrastination thing. Let's do this. We're gonna learn to hurt AMA. We're gonna make this show up. Yeah, I love that. Learn to art AMA. Alright, it's been 1 year. Ask me anything. Literally, ask me about anything regarding this last year because it has been crazy. And if you don't ask me anything, I'm going to just talk about what I'm doing right now and sort of talk backwards. Let's try a simple box. Current favorite artist or band? Like, music-wise? Gosh, I listen to so many different artists that it's actually a little bit difficult for me to quantify any as favorites. Current favorite, I would say, it's probably just going to have to be Siamese. Siamese would have probably been the answer that I gave about a year ago. Square. Siamese is a pop band that's made like 2 albums. There's Bounce Into Music's their first one, and then Home is their second one. They were going to do a tour up here in Canada right as COVID happened, so I missed that. It drove me nuts. But they're probably my favorite. Over the course, like over last year, where I wasn't streaming, Daisuke's little band for Guilty Gear Strive was a personal favorite. I love this album. I didn't quite love it while playing the game, but when I decided to listen to it completely separately, marvelous. It's fantastic. I'm a little unsure of how to proceed. Ooh. What? Yeah. 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 Squiggly TV. Squiggly TV. This is all in the background. We're on the wrong layer. Alright, get it out of here. Let's do squiggle lines because I don't have consistent. I think I'm backwards. Let's. I've over undo. Where's my redo? Hit undo twice. Redo. Yeah, cool. Cool. Panic. But yeah, I would recommend if you're a pop person or just you appreciate general guitar music or more relaxed music. Not relaxed music, but like not super high energy music like the metal rock of Guilty Gear. Siamese is really good. Start here. Heavy lines here. Smaller lines here. It depends on what you're listening to, but they're definitely more calm energy. You were a wizard. What kind of wizard would you be? Like, are we talking... The thing about wizards is that they're super inspecific. Give me some rules. What kind of magic system are we using? Are we using Harry Potter? Are we using... I'm going to do it backwards again. Are we doing Harry Potter magic? Or are we doing... like... Lord of the Rings wizardry, where everything's like sort of soft rules. Because there's a lot of really cool magic systems that I could go on about for like long periods of time. Let's do. It's kind of rotated, right? We're doing like a full model flip. We're just doing like a rotation over. I think we're doing a full model flip. Magic types? Okay, like schools of magic. We're talking like... What would you specialize in? What would I specialize in? Well, I think the correct answer for me is going to be like... life magic, which is not explicitly necromancy and not specifically like healing magic. We're talking like... everything that is defined by, like, the type of stuff that you could be defined as a doctor. This is a thick tree. I don't want that. Is this tree thick? Right? So, in terms of, like, evildoer, it would be necromancer. In terms of, like, general good, you'd be able to heal restoration. Kind of. It depends on how you define stuff, right? If we're using, like, the Oblivion system, it would be, the midway point between restoration and necromancy, because they both affect life force, right? But necromancy is often just reanimation magic, so it'd probably be closer to restoration magic. Why don't we just make Bindley brand brown? Blech. That's not how tree brands work. What do trees look like, guys? Has anyone ever seen a tree? That's a tree, right? Just a little stump. Gravity magic? Gravity magic is super cool. Gravity magic reminds me a ton of Bionicle. Y'all remember Bionicle? where there is a specific bionicle dude who has control over gravity. I don't remember if it's the bad guys, but like absolutely ridiculous stuff. This is so dumb looking. You know what, just color it in. Just kinda... We're gonna, like, lop this corner off. This is all tree now. The rules for how this works is very weird. Kinda scribble that in. And fill that in with black is how that's gonna work. But gravity magic is absolutely a valid choice of magic. And then let's do... I remember my 3 cracks. It's like vertical, here, and here. You know, in the character design, I very specifically have 3 specific cracks. It's always this corner that's broken with the tree. And that's because the tree causes the broken corner, and then there's 3 cracks that come out like they're roots. That's how it works. And then there's usually spindles and stuff. Which it would start bigger and then get smaller, but I'm not quite used to pen pressure yet. We're a mechanical, plant-based cryptid. It's very strange. Graviturgist. Graviturgy. I love slapping the word turgy at the end of anything that could be considered magic. Because it's what is it? The adaptation of the word thurgy? Chat, could you tell me other words that naturally use the term turgy? Is there's like thaumaturgy? I don't remember what thaumaturgy means. But I'm pretty sure it's also magic. Now, here comes the really tricky part. You know what? I'm gonna add another layer. We're gonna cheat. We're adding one more layer. Calling it the hand layer. Because the hand layer is gonna be awful. Thaumaturgy is like sounds? I don't know. I don't remember is the problem. You know it's strong, though. It's always strong. I should have added these cracks on a different layer. We should have, like, box, then cracks, then hands and stuff, because these cracks could get away. There's... loose rules, is what we're gonna say. What if we do... Okay, we're gonna say that this is this arm. We're gonna say that, well, that's the greatest arrow I've ever drawn. Yeah, this arm. I guess character left. Our right is gonna come up and around. We're not gonna give him shoulders or anything. There's no body here because emotes are weird like that. So we need to get... I guess a floaty arm is what it's gonna look like. What if we just made a fist shape? What if we just made a circle? There's our hand. Good job, lads. And then here's your thumb. Like it's a mitten. We're making a mitten. Or I'm eating a cookie. One or the other. Finger, finger. 1, 2, 3 fingers. Awesome. Try that again. Finger, finger, finger. Got it. It's perfect. And then we draw a hand, and we draw a sleeve. Yeah, we did it. We did it. It's bad. Hold on a second. We're throwing another layer on it. If I could hide my face properly, but it looks like I'm like... Pop some eyeballs. Yeah. Oh my god, I can't do it. Yeah, I'm evil. Evil tiny face. My face is in my chain. There, we did it. It's art. It's officially art. This arm is so bad. It erases my... Okay, let's try this arm again. Let's just slap that arm right there. Coffee or tea? I have grown to prefer coffee. I used to be a big tea guy, but that was because I didn't like coffee, and I still kind of stand by a lot of coffee is just bad. People make some real bad coffee. Right now, I'm drinking tea. I can actually only, if I'm not doing like active physical work, I can only drink 1 cup of coffee a day. If I do any physical work, I can drink like 2 or 3. But if I'm not being like hyper physical, or up and about, or whatever have you, then I just I get the jitters. I get the hard jitters. You know, maybe this can be saved by adding any color to it. Paint layer. The weird paint layer. Like some line. We're gonna cheat now. What I'm gonna do is we're gonna take this away and take that away. We're gonna add colors now. Add a color here. I'm gonna fill this little line here. Dark. Can't see it, but it's dark. All dark now. And if we hide that, it stays dark. I'm gonna do this area as well, just an under. Nothing big. This is all mouse work. Cheating. I don't wanna color in. I could probably do that. Kinda cheese it a little bit. We're gonna have it that sort of like official crayon drawing feel. Alright, and then we need a color for this edge. If I import one of those other images, probably just swipe the color. I know how to do that. I'll just copy this. There it as. Oh, it hit my mouse. There we are. Here we are. Look at this. We're up there. What I can do is probably dropper it, right? Dropper this gray. Now we color in this. Yeah, fake rules. Everything's fake rules. So, one of the big reasons that I'm able to kind of come back is because I've completely changed life careers. I am out of retail. Like, out. And I will not be going back. I have started a career in construction. And I started that, not this last October, but probably about a year and 4 months ago, October. I don't even have the plant in this picture. I just gotta pick a brown. Ooh. What if that got captured? That was a graphics card. Processor. But I'm doing construction now. Okay, you have to hide now. Entails mostly labor work. I'm gonna keep doing fudgy rule. But I am currently, right now, not this moment, but like this last 3 weeks, I am in school for carpentry is what I'm doing. I started as just a general laborer, which had a lot of fuzzy rules attached to it. I mostly worked as just a person who digs. I would dig under foundations of buildings for a company that would level them out. So if your house was sinking, we would dig under it and literally use a jack to lift the house and then throw supports under it. It was crazy. But right now I'm doing carpentry work. I'm learning how to be a carpenter, which is not a very, not, I guess, respected, because carpentry is a little weird. In the sense that if you are a carpenter, you're not always an accredited carpenter. I need another color layer. These another layer? Right here. I want it right there. I want it here. I want it on top of those other lines. We're gonna put it right here where it hides stuff. It does not hide this hand. Our beautiful hand. We can't have it hidden. But like, if you're a plumber or an electrician, you are an accredited plumber or electrician. You're like trained. You have a seal. You are formally that trade. You are not just some guy who has plumbing tools. Or some dude who knows how to cut wires. You are actually trained, for sure, guaranteed. Whereas carpenter, there's a whole accreditation system, but you can technically be a carpenter without taking it. Because you're just essentially somebody who does like house renovation work, and that's technically carpentry. It's a weird fuzziness. I think it's sort of steadily getting cleaned up, but if you're a trained carpenter, you usually just say that you're a trained or Red Seal certified in Canada as a carpenter, and if you're not, you don't say that. But most people that hire a guy to come in their house to redo their walls or whatever they aren't checking. They don't know. So you get what you get. Let's color's taken off. Give me your sleeve. Because we've got no, not that one. We want this layer. Right, for the sleeve. Delicious. Beautiful. But I'm getting formally trained. This first year is literally just right now. We're 3 weeks into a 7-year course because it's broken up into 4 years. I am learning a lot about the safety. You learn a lot about safety, but primarily in terms of what I'm making, I'm learning a lot about how to pour concrete, which is not really what I signed up for. But I know how to pour concrete. Let me tell yous. I know how to make the forms. I know how to set bases. I know a lot of what the local laws are about pouring concrete and what the minimums are. It's very exciting. And by exciting, I mean it's not very exciting. Ooh, I didn't know it. So, black in here. Kind of highlight this hand. To see that this is a real hand. Splinter skin. I mean, it's been a wild ride getting into carpentry, getting into construction, because like out in the rest of the world, we're talking typically you'll get like a minor injury, like a cut or a scrape or a splinter or something. And when construction folks talk about injuries, they're like, oh yeah, I like cut my thumb off or sliced the tip of my thumb off accidentally. Or I had a large piece of wood launch itself off of a power saw into my face. And that's just kind of how it is. All of the measures are in place to stop you from doing that, but obviously people are not perfect. There's people who like fall off whole buildings, fall down 4 stories and stuff. Very cool. It's very awesome and not at all something that makes people wildly uncomfortable. It's a world. Can I save this as like a version? Are we in pictures? Let's make a folder. Just call it guy. Think pick 1. And we can save another. Accidentally zoom. Everything's ruined. It's really quite difficult to quantify everything out of context. Because one of the side things that I'm doing is learning how to learning how to furniture make, how to woodwork, which is not at all something that I'm like being taught in school. But because I'm learning how to work a lot of power tools, a lot of electric saws and stuff, I'm kind of sort of learning it, right? Pick something here, something there. Let's even change, like, a brush that makes sense. I don't know what all these brushes are. Because making pixel stuff is kind of weird. Like, but if I do this, what happens? Artistic smudge! Oh, beautiful artistic smudge! What if we did that? It'd be so out of place. Be like that, and that, and that, that, and that. That. You can even see like the brush strokes. Then we'll change over to like red. And same thing. It kinda melts together. It's gonna look really weird and out of place. But it's not like there's rules. Room temp? Man, we are getting deep on these questions, eh? Honestly, I think that's a little personal. We're gonna talk about... I don't think there's supposed to be a color up there. Current room temp, 71 degrees. 21 Celsius, actually. What it is specifically. I don't know what it is in Fahrenheit. No more than 21. But that's with, like, fresh airflow. So, without fresh airflow, it's probably a little closer to, like, 18, 19 Celsius. You know how it is. Let's, get some... We're just gonna pick a random green, so I'm gonna do this. They won't notice. Very amusingly, like, this is actually... It's kind of satisfying to just make a goofy little piece of garbage that's all squiggly and stuff. This is art. I love it. I can just export this now. We can just start using this right now. There's no, like, shading or anything. It's just, like, flat crayon work. Save as. We'll do think pick. Are we giving it a background? What happens if I swipe the backgrounds away? It's so chunky. This black isn't even finished down here. It's not filled in. There's nothing there. Where's my marker? Grab that. Grab black again. And I find the paint layer. I think this is a little bit more. Then we just export. Don't want that. We want it to export as like a PGM. What happens if we just do like that? Guy. That looks like it works. Whoops. Stop! I don't need that. I don't know what I just did. Copy this. Take that. Everything good here. Oh, panic. Let's adjust. Yeah. I can change it on my other one. Oh, the name of the folder's gone. It's so funny. It's so bad. But you. It's backwards. Why is it? Oh, it's because everything's flipped. Hold on a fleckant. Image. We gotta flip everything this way. And then we gotta, like... we got a trim image? Where was it? Trim image to current size. Do I need to get rid of the backgrounds? Selection? I have to select. Vector layers? What if we trim to this layer? Trim to this layer. Trim to current layer. Ah, my arm is gone! I want that. Too much trimming. What doing? Transform? Prop? Prop works. Yeah. Arting. Do it. Yes. Now can I rotate the image? To give it like a tiny bit of a tilt. Rotate. Rotate image. And I manually rotate it. Please! Why is it like this? Tip it 15 degrees. Too much. It's so bad. It looks so bad. I need to get my dude back. Okay, we're not rotating. Not rotating. We're gonna crop again. I know exactly what we're doing. Because of the way that things are currently working. Crop to that, I think? It's gonna look a little... It's gonna look a little silly, but we're doing it. Export again. Are you here? This guy. Pick 3. Yes, just do it. Got it. I've got it figured out. Brilliant. Not question my artistry. Ah. It's so bad. It's so bad. Best eating utensil is the spork. This is a non-debatable question. Perish. So, this is exhausting. Man, I did it. Art is finished. I've done it all. Looks like I'm falling. When I'm talking, I'm falling down. Thank you, thank you. Ah! Okay, now, do we have the energy to draw a follow-up that actually matches? The fact that it has to be mirrored because I goofed it up a little bit is super bothersome to me. Yeah. Okay, let's draw a matching goof. But before we draw the matching goof, let's fix our guy and just go have him back to doing like little hops. Just because having the two completely distorted ones like is just a little tiny bit too janky for me. We're gonna do 27, 20. I'm gonna make a second active image, just our little man, one that we just made. Okay, and then I should just be able to swap over to this, eh? This one should work. Yeah, we did it. Look at him. I don't think you can't recognize what it is though. This one's like actually so janky you can't recognize it. Whereas the other one's like at least somewhat recognizable. We swapped ahead. Yeah, you can kind of tell what's going on here. This is just easy, little blocky boy. Oh my child. I am a crayon man. Behold my power. I have to draw like a second one so that there's a proper transition, right? I can't have just like one chunky image, because if they're too separated, like I don't make them in tandem, then they don't line up enough for me to have two at the same time. So I have to make a new project. Yeah, here we go. Oh, hey, look, it's Pee Pee Poo Poo. We found you. No. Do not save Pee Pee Poo Poo. Alright, we're making one more, lad. While I'm doing this, okay, so we kind of know what we're doing, right? We got the background layer. We need the background layer to be solid black again. We're doing white highlights. Our line art is in white, is how we're doing it. Layer is locked. There are no laws. It's already saved? I guess it's gotta save as a document, yeah. So that I have that saved, and then we can close it. Now it's gone. I probably shouldn't have done that, because I actually need those colors! Fuck! Bring him back! Bring back my baby boy! Okay. And then we'll do line art in white. We're gonna do the same concept, right? We're gonna have to swap sides, which means actually the direction that I was drawing the first time was kind of correct, because everything's kind of mirrored. Doing funky little mirror. Okay, we're gonna draw another box on paint layer 1. We're gonna have paint layer 1, paint layer 2, paint layer 3 this time. Duplicate. Duplicate. Yeah, we're gonna do outline. We're learning how to do things. We're gonna do outline. We're gonna do glass, is what it's gonna be called, and we're gonna do hand. And we're gonna do okay, and these are gonna be the colors. Copy it up, which is that's how we're doing it. I think what I can do. Have our line there. Ooh, perspective. Bang. How fast can we draw a little boxy boy? The main issue is just going to be quite simply is that the portions are going to be all just a little off. Because we cropped to this guy, right? This guy is not the right size. He's been shaved down. So let's just do our best. And then I think we were doing like fuzzy line. Okay. Kind of sort of works. But hand, they were on copy of hand. Fucking wrong layer. I refuse. Get us on the right layer. No real rules. You could have just copied it over. That's ew. That's ugly. Something that I will say that hasn't changed is that, like, being in this kind of environment where it's just I am talking and doing a thing, I understand kind of why I stopped it a little bit more, because this is physically exhausting. I'm not doing a whole lot, but my brain was like, I done now. No more draw, because I do all work. But I'm not done now. I'm more stuff. Bread of all time? Sourdough is pretty high up there. You try to pause my music back. It's probably sourdough. I'm a white bread boy. I don't really care for most whole wheats, though. Marbled loaf kind of gets a pass because it's white bread and wheat bread working together. Dragon Ball Z fusion bread. Let's see if we can make this tree look a little. Do a swooping mode. That's a little bit more net. Vision here, vision there, here, into sort of like the branches. You know what? You can just go off screen. Brilliant. Kind of go that, and then you off of. That's a bad line. Get that line out of here. So a bad line. Sweep that way. Nope. What if we sweep down instead? This is a weird tree branch. Paper. You know what? We're counting it. That's good. We like that. It's actually a lot better than the weird stump and blob that I drew. I'm happier with that. I've created a problem where I don't have room for a hand. I've made a mistake. Is like now my goofy little paw hand, right, where it's out here. There it is. And a stubby hand. It's so close to my face. Guess we could like widen the image. Extend image out. But like the realistic thing to do is just to move this guy over and take the whole layer and just shove him off screen. Tragic. But it's the right thing to do. We actually made progress with that tree, now it's gone. Then we go to hand and we draw a hand relative to everything else, right? Okay, this is... Ooh, I have to think like how this will look. Alright, so thumb's actually on the inside. We're doing thumb, and then hand. Just do fingers. Eh, look at my wheel hand. It's beautiful. And the thumb, I actually happen to know. Right into that wrist. Look at that. Ooh. I hate that. I have a rubber glove meat mitt. Hands are so awful. Awful, awful hand. Let's just erase that whole thing. It's gone. No more hands. New hand. This time. Igor. Stabby leaf hand. What if I just made like the okay to the like? How would that look? Thumb is over here. This is the O. That's the thumb. This is the finger. Okay, and finger. Yo, that's it! It's so bad, but I like it. We're doing it. This is when the moon hits your eye like the big pizza pie. That's this drawing. Perfecto. Don't mind that my arm turns into spaghetti. Awesome. Beautiful. We did it, guys. Moving on. Doing that again. Line. Pry line. Pry line. That, I don't, you know what? I don't like those. Get out of here. Oops. I don't like that either. The gravel economy. Do you think these up all on your own? Or do you have like a web PDF that has all the questions that you've ever thought of? And I just happen to get lucky. The gravel economy is fine. You know what we're really running out of? We're running out of sand. The world is running out of sand. You know what kind of sand we're running out of? We're running out of river sand. You know why we're running out of river sand? It's because it's being used in all of the concrete. To be honest, that's totally fine, my dude. I'm just kind of curious if you happen to just think of this stuff up while you're asking. It's impressive. You're putting in work and giving me things to talk about, and I respect that. Because, like, the one thing that I don't want to do is just kind of sit here and be quiet, but a lot of art streams, when it comes down to it, is a lot of quietness. You just kind of talk about, like, what's going on, and then there's some music playing. This isn't that far off of it. The main difference here is that I am a beautiful artiste. I'm, just here. I'm just here. Something I was gonna... Did every child laugh at an object? Spork! Probably not. Probably not. But it would probably be like Graviturgist. Is gravity considered an object? Gravity is like a force. I think gravity is a noun, right? So gravity is an object. Double and bucket. You only get to name your child Bucket if they're a girl. Otherwise, if they're male, they're Buck-O. As long as you're aware of that, you'll be fine. Oh, good. And then I think we just did color-ins with the exact same pen, eh? Okay, so hand... Okay, this is where I have to go grab... I have to import that one in. Okay? No, I don't have to. I don't have to do imports. Go here. Commit theft from self. Calling buckets pals because no one else does it. Oh, pails! Pails! Oops. You know what? I call buckets pals. Your child Bucket is a pal. The pale fandom is dying. Like and comment if you're a true paler. Actually, Soul, you know what? It's your turn to talk. You asked me about Guilty Gear stuff and asked me if I was a Potemkin man. Have you played? Have you played Strive? Or any Guilty Gear game? Give me the news. Actually, this is glass layers. Glass. So we definitely. And I think actually, like, this entire line nested disappears. The correct representation kind of goes. Late Strive, big sucker for Kai, Sin, and Elfelt. My man likes the blondes. Honestly, I'm a big sucker for most of the cast. You've played more recently than I have, right? Because you've played with Elfelt. But I have not actually played since the 3.0 update. Big talk. I've not played since 3.0, which I think is when they added like they added Johnny. Oops. Thing. They added Johnny, they added a bunch of moves. I noticed that there was what was it? There's like a universal damage debuff is kind of what happened, eh? Which I only registered because they nerfed my big man Potemkin's damage. Because he's the only guy who I really check updates for. It's like, please make my man better. He suffers so much. And they didn't. He was not better. He was still bad. But we got hit with like damage nerfs. I was like, why? Why would you do this to him? He suffers so much. But everybody got nerfed in damage. More glue, more glue. Please. Please, Dragon, install more glue into my guy. Okay, what else am I doing? The hand needs some. Come here. Hand was black hand. Don't anything with kind of color. Gotta like turn off the background. Because who knows what it looks like? Zato 1? Yeah, Zato 1 is one of the hardest characters to learn. He's up there with, I think, Jacko's probably pretty technical, along with Happy Chaos in terms of complexity. And I would love to learn how to play him more, but like part of it, his balancing factor is part of how technical he is. He's so in-depth to learn that he gets to have access to all these weird tech toys. I'm of the personal opinion that the more difficult a character is to push the skill ceiling of, the higher that skill ceiling should be. But there's certain aspects of Strive that are kind of clunky and counterintuitive to that, where like certain things just aren't good. Like they don't link super well, or they don't play super nice. They just feel bad. And I don't think that should be a barrier for being able to play character in general, right? People map their buttons to like their triggers and bumpers and stuff. I mean, controller complexity is its own deal. Like, getting comfortable with all of that. I'll be 100% honest with you. I bought a fight pad. I bought a leverless controller because that's just what felt most consistent to me. It removed the controller as a barrier for entry so that I could get back to actually playing the game. Because one of the biggest gripes that I had was just like you were so constantly dealing with whether or not inputs worked, because some of the windows are super tight and real clunky feeling, and I didn't want to be like, is my controller stopping me from playing well? Am I stopping me from playing well? Like, what's happening? So instead, it's now like I know for a fact that I missed an input and it's not my controller. It stops being dumb. It's no longer as dumb. If Natalie is still here, I've been playing Fighters with Natalie, Dragon Ball Fighters, and there's a bunch of weird technical stuff that Fighters has in terms of how its game works. Pretty much any game has its own quirks, but there's way less of the issue that Strive has, where it feels like your input just kind of gets eaten. I've noticed, I went back and played Strive recently just for a little bit, and I noticed that the game just kind of feels like sometimes your inputs don't exist. It's sometimes like, yep, that's my input now, you don't get it. You push the buttons, but not at the right 2 frames. And I kind of understood like why it always felt like the barrier for entry in that game was a little bit higher, despite the mechanics in themselves not really being any more complex than any other game. It just sometimes feels like when you do stuff, it just doesn't work. This brush sucks. This isn't the brush that I used before. What brush did I use? There's one trillion brushes, and I picked the wrong one. Is it this one? Is this my guy from before? Yeah, this is the brush that I picked before. I don't like this brush. Do I have to undo all of this? I think I have to undo all of this. Erase. Because I'm not doing that. Yeah, this is more in line. Do it all again. Yeah, this brush looks a little bit better. The other one was just too smudgy. This one actually has, like, the streaks that I was going for. Still not a perfect system, but like, the big thing when I was playing Strive is very simply, like, the inputs they're tight, right? So, like, you're playing Potemkin, right? You want to do big funny grab, right? We wanted a big funny grab, or Potemkin, do the big funny grab, or get the, it's, what is it? It's half circle back, and then forward button, right? That's a fairly tight input that you have to do precisely, and if you're doing it on, like, sticks, it always felt like it just didn't work. And if you, like, do it slightly wrong, where it reads a little bit extra, it just eats the input and goes, no funny grab for you, die. And then the round's over, because Strive rounds are super fast. And I didn't find that fun. Using the D-pad on controller. Most people tend to use the D-pad. I think when people talk about fighting on controllers nowadays, yeah, they talk about using the pad. Sometimes I hate Z inputs. Be real, my favorite thing about the leverless controller is that Z inputs are just mash the same finger inputs that you would do for quarter turns, because all of the inputs are there. It's not precise. If you want to be precise, you still have to learn how to do it. But you can also just kind of mash the buttons. How does this look? You know what? How's our art looking? We're missing the back art for our glass. I think we're going to actually put in this one. We're going to put in this guy. Let's do this brush. Let's do black on this brush. And then turn off background. We're gonna do. This is just a crayon. I like this brush. This is a good brush. It could be bigger. Which theme is my favorite? There's a topic I can talk on for a long time. So, I really enjoy all of the music in Strive. But let's talk specific character themes. Man, I could just put this. You know what? We're going to the character selection. Hold on a hot second. We're going to, I think it's Dustloop. Dustloop. Let's look at all of the characters. Let's look at them. Talk about themes. So, by far, this game's, like, representation of their characters and their music is phenomenal. I love it. It's so good. Almost every song in the soundtrack is an excellent representation of the character that it's meant to represent. Not every song is, like, a good song, and not every song is, like, a good, fighting game song, but in terms of, like, this is a song that represents this character, they fucking nail it on just about everybody. Love it. And on top of that, they also managed to make a lot of the songs really good fighting game music and really good music on its own. Potemkin's theme is phenomenal in terms of, like, this is this character. Plus, it stands out because it's got a lot of that, like, not authentic is the word, but, like, traditional Chinese instrument music sound. And it's hard, heavy metal stuff, which matches up with him being the largest lad in the whole cast. Other characters are super good in their music. Zato 1's is a little bit, it's calmer and more mournful sounding in its way, to represent the character's stuff. There's a lot more. There's the lighthearted characters tend to have more lighthearted music. Out of the Box is by far a song that I dislike amongst the most, but I have to admit that it's really good. Not everybody's into Bridget's theme with Town Inside Me, but if you listen to what it is, it's very artistically put together and represents the characters super well. And then Happy Chaos being the big bad of the game and having one of the most relaxed themes in terms of the opening is by far one of my favorites. The Town Inside Me is a good song. If people haven't listened to the soundtrack outside of the game, The Town Inside Me sucks inside the game because it just doesn't line up with actually playing the game very well. And there's a few songs like that where, like, Zato 1's theme doesn't quite start at the right point. That jazz fusion, yeah. Actually, let's talk Biken's theme. Mirror of the World. Mirror of the World is the one theme that I will say is just not good. And there's a lot to it that is good. There's great parts. But, like, the first 30 seconds of this song are super quiet. There's no real music happening. And all of the fights start with the first, like, just start at the start of the song. They don't skip ahead. So you start your fight in almost dead silence. And then it stays that way for 20 more seconds. It's terrible. And then in terms of, like, normal music, it mixes this really weird traditional shogun sound with hyper-electronic music. Full minute to start up? Yeah, that's exactly what's wrong with it. Normal music, there's great parts, but then there's really weird, outstanding parts that don't mesh super well with what I understand the character to be, at the very least. Or listening to it just as music. It just isn't put together in a way that feels cohesive. And, like, it's easy to compare it to Potemkin's theme, because Potemkin's theme has those sort of, like, dissonance parts that don't normally go together, but they work. The dissonance does not line up super well with Biken's music. Luckily, that one stretch is not a large part of the song, and there's great parts of the song that you really like them. You can tolerate the rest of the song. But I feel like it needs to have, like, a version that's meant for the game, at the very least, and a version that's, like, the whole length of the song. Because you can't listen to this in Strive and actually get the experience of what the music is. You literally just sit there at the start of the fight and get nothing. It's hard to pick, like, a favorite. Don't like Johnny's theme. Johnny's theme was not amongst my favorites when it first happened, when, like, it first came out. Feels out of place. It's probably because it goes a little bit more sort of like country drifter, right? It fits what I understand of his character, which is very little, to be honest. So I still think it lands characterization really well. It actually, now that Trigger's come on, Trigger, I would actually say that it is more of a cousin to, like, what Trigger is in terms of music, where it's just a little out of place. It's grown on me. I didn't like it immediately, but listening to it separately, it did get stuck in my head for a while. Picking a favorite, though. We'll just go through real quick and say no's. Not that one, not that one, not that one, not that one. This one's great. This is just a great piece of music, but not my favorite. Not this one, not this one. Maybe? This one's better than I think people realize. Not this one. This one's guitar riff is great. Red Hot Chili Pepper vibes? Yeah, no, I can agree with that for sure. I've been listening to Cake the past couple days, and I think, like, you could argue, like, it's right in that same design space of where Red Hot Chili Peppers and Cake try to occupy. It's not as artistic as those ones are, which grounds it a little bit better and, like, easy listening, but it's definitely in the right head. This song has grown on me, but its best line being rub-a-dub. Rub-a-dub-dub. This song it makes me angry how goofy it is. Funky bass, yeah. Yeah. Not quite, maybe. Definitely not my favorite, not my favorite. This one I like. This one's underrated, and I don't like Gravity. Gravity never stands out to me. This song is just sort of, it's in there. It's not well. Some songs just try to blend into the metal mess that is Strive, and this is one of them. So it'd be between this, and this. I think are probably my top three. In terms of like what I think the best battle theme is, I think Anji's is the best. Primarily because of how Strive plays, you will get to like if you get a full full 3 rounds out of a game, playing with an Anji's theme, you will get to like the end of your 3rd match fighting for somebody's life during the peak of his song. And the fact that it lines up that well consistently is amongst my favorites. It's actually, yeah, Extras is good. It took me a minute to grow on it because it's more screamo than it is the rock metal of everything else, but it's good. I can respect it. I've listened to Gravity a couple times and I just don't, nothing about it sticks out. At the very least, Extras and Just Lean have parts that stick out that kind of make you think about it and maybe appreciate it more, but like, what's the the consistent line in Gravity? It's like the reality of truth or something, and it's not a good line, in my opinion. It's not bad. It's just not great, right? It's just there. And The Kiss of Death is really good as a song. Like top 3, like just good music to listen to. Zato 1's theme is great. Zato 1's theme is 6 minutes long. Why is his theme 6 minutes long in a game where your average fight lasts 30 seconds? Very grand and orchestral. It's, you know what? I think that's a valid opinion. It's just one of those things that it just doesn't appeal to me. Doesn't stand out either way. We almost done with this guy? Get a little bit more coloring in, and then actually I can probably give it a test run. So child's drawn. Zato's theme is great. Zato's theme is excellent, both in representing the character and just overall being good to listen to. It just baffles me that it's 6 minutes long in a game where it's physically impossible to listen to even half of the song if you time out all of your match, like all 3 rounds. Like you draw. He's fucking. My lines are less thick over here, I think, because I'm zoomed further out. I have nearly as thick a line. Maybe my arm style. Save as. Okay. Pick one. And then we're going to crop you to relevant base. You could probably move like this arm and stuff. Just slide it over a little bit. Because this is gonna be a lot. Despite my best efforts. Just because of the way that the picture turned out. Let's not gonna do that. We're gonna take the hand. Can we move them together? Yeah, let's move you a little bit more. Show movie OST. There's no soundtrack that I'm really into from any show or movie, mostly just because I don't watch a lot. There is music from the Spider-Verse, into the first Into the Spider-Verse has a solid soundtrack. I think the sound design in there is excellent. Prowler's theme is really good. Is it like In Smith, the song that he does? Both are good, I think. I was actually just talking to the missus the other day about movies that I happen to like, and actually, like, the best movies that I enjoy are ones that I get to think about long after I've watched them, and just kind of think back on them. And that's movies like Tenet was a good one, Inception was a good one. Amongst my current favorites, I like thinking back to the original The Thing. Chainsaw Man, Devil and Crybaby's OST. I have actually watched both. I read all of the Chainsaw Man manga. For the first season. First season? I don't know how mangas work. The first full story arc. I haven't read this part 2 or whatever it's called just yet. I just haven't gotten myself back around to it. I would say that the Chainsaw Man OST is good for sure. Full agree. You know what? Crop it to that. It's a little off. I don't care. Gosh, it's been a long time since I watched it. What's the Chainsaw Man song that has star in its lyrics or name? The word star is in there, right? I can just, yeah. Hit this a little bit. Kickback, yeah! Kickback's a good theme. No questions. Go. Save. Yeah! Yeah, it's so bad! Ah, it's so bad. I love it. Brilliant. Artistic... Lean back, okay. This is what we call artistic integrity. Kickback's a good song. I would play Kickback, so I still don't quite know the rules. We're playing a lot more fast and loose now with music. Because before I was all fussy about it, but I know I can play game soundtracks without too much of an issue. Which is why we're listening to Strive. Yeah, it's Requiem. I know for a fact that this is that just letting it kind of go is acceptable. Whereas before I was worried about getting in trouble, but I don't care anymore. So we're just gonna play a game soundtrack. We have successfully made a character and drawn them, and it's awful. It's so ugly. Perfect. I don't know if I have any more energy to do much else, but we're gonna run with it. It's now a thing. Mission accomplished. Now, if you're available, Soul, since you've hung out with me if you're willing to play a game of Guilty Gear Strive, we can do that and just sort of give it a shot with the new little talkie emote. We made that. I got a scam phone call. Bye. Game is absolutely cross-platform, yes. It's part of why there was network problems for like a full year. Yeah, I got 30 more minutes scheduled to doing this stuff. Give it a test run. Close this down. It's time to break. Oh, I should do that. Okay, I just have to mess with OBS a little bit to kind of get the hang of everything. His little faces. I think I could just boot. Hope for the best. I should probably plug my controller in before I boot up, because doing that causes problems. I store my controller in only the most prestigious places on my floor. It seems like there's no audio for it. That's a little sound's not quite getting picked up. Let me double check real quick on. Is it working? No. No, but my voice server. Servers used to be so bad. They're pretty chonky. I think they're more. I haven't actually done this in forever. I do need to figure out why my audio is just not working for it. No audio. Ah! Hate that. Don't worry about it. I haven't played properly in a long, long time. I'm gonna lose my mind though if I can't get the audio to play. That's gonna actually cause a problem. Should just be capturing all available audio right. Let's close and reopen. Cross our fingers that it fixes itself. If it doesn't work, we're not playing for a long time. I will literally just play music in the background. Because I'm not doing trouble. It's yeah, we'll just we'll just open other music, I guess, and not worry about it. It'll be a little odd. Beautifully scuffed. Do you have a room up, my good sir? Shall I open up a room? I think technically you could just meet an hour if you wanted to do it that way, but that'd be like I think I can just make the idea like 33773. Nope. 37733. There it is. View the art card. Don't worry about it. You just go to the room search feature and you get to come to my haunted house. Spooky house. Why is... Hold on a second. Okay, I fixed it. It just wasn't showing anything. No audio, no video. Beautiful. Thank you, second monitor. Buttons are low. Bye. Bye. We could use the little horror guy. Okay, I'm gonna show you how to get in this room real quick. Okay, I'm gonna show you how to do this from the menu now. Go to network. Not that one. I pushed the wrong button. Go to network. Then go to the second option from there. Get me out of here. Go to player match. This is how you visit somebody's house. You're going to search for existing room. Right? And you're going to go down here and you're going to enter the search ID that I enter. You're going to go back up and select begin search and then you'll find me. I'm going to create a room that's going to use this search ID. It's 337733. Room is now made, so go search for it. You'll see me. Sucker. Fortunately, my buttons are. Hey, you made it! Welcome. Welcome to my home. Ah. Ah. Video gaming. Very good. Give it a go. Give me your best. Did not mention that I played my first chunk of hours as Bit, but I have since swapped to playing. Well, I played Ram Lethal for a bit, and I swapped to. I know I'm gonna be a little rusty, but I know enough to commit crime. Good luck, have fun. Ooh. Oh. My buttons better not be backwards, I'm gonna be. Oh my god, my buttons are That's crazy. Okay, no, my buttons are just off. They're misaligned. Okay, that's fine. I can adapt to this. Oh, I tapped down. I'm going to eat shit because all of my buttons are in the wrong spot. It moved into other parts of my controller. That's crazy. We'll be fine. Oh, well, that didn't work. Bad luck for me. I'm jumping. You're behind me! I'm dead! Oh, I can't hit you. It's fine. Not even worried. Oh, fuck! Chip damage exists. I far slashed at you. That feels bad. Oh my god, 2H. My damage feels a lot lower. But that's probably just because, like, I don't remember my buttons. But my entire controller is shifted left by, like, one button on the pad. Good fight, good fight. They're all in, like, the right orientation, but my when my dash buttons are on the other side of the fucking controller. It's great. Oh. Rollback rooms are brutal. I'm gonna pop. Oh my god! Dead. I wonder if that's because, hey, my round. I've done it. Whew. You're in outer space. Get out of here. I'm dying. Now you are dying. Misinputted. Mhm. I don't remember my super input! I win. Good fight. Good rounds. We'll do one more. You've earned the best of 3. GG's. Loving it. Yes. Me too! You know what? Me too. Dude, the game's working so well. It has a cooldown! That sucks. Lose connections? Lost. That's so much louder. The room is still up. Just try reconnecting to the room. We'll do one more. In that time, I guess I'm gonna change my fucking game. Okay, cool. I don't really remember what my other ones are, unfortunately. We're gonna bind it to that and just hope. We'll come back. One more once. Oh, it's Sid. Good old Sid. Escape family reunion. Beautiful. Alright, this is the last one, though. This excellent. Now I'm player. Prepare to die. Alright, he gets to go up, down. You hit my toes. I'm angry about it, too. Stop disco dancing. I faked it, for sure. Oh, and take the win and leave! Quick, run! Do I just lose to those lows now? Oh, okay. Guess I lose the backdash. Oh, I definitely lose that. Wow, I actually can't react to that overhead in this amount of delay frames. Well, I'm dead. I actually can't react to it. That's messed up. I'll let go of the button and get hit anyway. It feels bad. I think I'm toast. Doing it again. I have to actually remember what my burst is. Ooh. Unga bunga. Save me. Oh, that beats Beyblade. Oh, I'm dead. Yeah. Oh, wow! I got done in. Good fights, for real. We'll call it earned. Well played. I am super rusty. Good matches for sure. Alright, that is going to actually be it for me. I'm down to sign out. I've done all that I've set out to do today. Thank you for playing. Thank you for hanging out. Thanks for watching me. Yippee! Thank you for watching me create the monstrosity that is this avatar. It's beautiful. So the goal next time, I am going to play... Gosh, what is it called? Close that. I'm going to play Ultra Kill. We're playing Ultra Kill next stream, and I'm going to use this one of the little picture goofs as my face. Till then, keep an eye out on the Twitter and Discord. I will post changes then. Also, much for hanging out, and I'll see you next time.